We're gonna watch this 2-minute video from our friend of the channel,
Wait.
Saggy Melonz.
Saggy wants to come. Yeah.
But she was coming in.
She wants to react.
She
with us?
said she
All right.
wants to. Yeah.
Come on in.
We'll give you the link. The link's been posted like 6 or 7 times. You see that, Max? You can come on here, and you don't have to worry.
Yeah. Come on the show. Come on the show.
All right. You
Hey, hey.
show? What's up, Saggy?
I'm here. What is up?
Howdy.
We're
Howdy,
having
partners.
What's
we're
going
having
on
a
today
blast.
in Amico land?
Oh,
Oh,
my
boy.
God. Where do I start?
Are we ready? Are you ready to watch your video?
Yes, I'm ready to watch this awful, crappy YouTuber. Who names himself Saggy Melonz? What a trash YouTuber. Let's see what this bitch has
Oh
to
man.
I'll tell you what. Her voice.
Hey, we didn't
voice
say that.
sounded
We never said
a
that.
little bit off. I was almost convinced that was a fake Saggy because her voice doesn't have the same oomph it usually does. But
A fake.
What?
you sound a little tired. You don't sound your usual peppy self.
Oh, I'm heated today. I'm absolutely heated. But no, let's react. Let's see. Let's give the people what they want. A freaking spurgy little Saggy Melonz.
Oh boy.
I don't know. Is it spurgy? We'll find out. I gotta turn
A little bit. It's a little bit. You might
my
want to turn the
mic
volume
off.
down a little bit. Don't turn it too high. I don't want to make y'all's eardrums bleed. Oh, that's beautiful. So, Trash JT just came out with a video response to all of the cults being big mad at him. And so I commented that he wasn't written off because of whatever bullshit oh my God, can you get better internet? He got written off because he's a liar. If you watch my last...
I live next to the train tracks. It's not the internet. I have really good connection.
File a complaint with the town hall.
I live next to the train track.
Tell him to move that shit.
He's in Chicago, right? They
In
ain't
a
gonna do
van
shit.
down by the river.
Oh, look at
Holy
this.
spirit.
Here is the madman.
Oh wow.
Hey, I shouldn't be here. I can't sleep. I'm a Smad Max. I just want everyone to. I just wish everyone the best. Hey, everyone.
This is going for the clip.
All right, play, Tony, play.
This has been emotional this week. I haven't been able to sleep. This is all crazy.
It is. It was crazy for me.
I've slept like
I don't
a
even
baby.
like you that much, Tony, and I'm here.
I know you don't.
Oh no.
We have our issues.
I had to get that in there. Disclaimer. I don't like Tony. I mean, oh, all right.
Well,
sorry.
I do want to ask both of you a question, so please don't leave before I get a chance. So I want to ask you some stuff.
All right, let's
we're gonna
see
play
what.
the video. It's only 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Saggy says she yells. Eardrum warning. Put your your headphones down. Lower them a little.
All right.
Stream. Yeah, I go pretty much down that well and explain why he's a liar. And told him to enjoy his haters club, and he responds, when you devolve to name calling to win an argument, you've already lost. But hold on, weren't you the same motherfucker who was name calling Tipster and name calling Tony the Geek Getaway? So I guess you lost all those arguments, huh, Jeff? You are a hypocritical piece of shit. That is not me name calling. That's a fucking fact. And then his little boyfriend responds, haters clout, says the person with a YouTube channel dedicated on drama. Imagine. Well, Master System friggin' loser bitch. Yeah, I've never denied that I did drama on my channel. No shit, Sherlock. No However, your buddy Jeff is trying to save face here and try to act like he knows everything. And that he knows that the television go down, blah, 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 blah. Right? But that's the thing, moron. He did know everything. And he had no problem then. But he does now. Look at this little bitch. Nice try, Phil Adam. Nice try. You guys are unbelievable. I thought you guys were busy with meetings all day, making sure the product is out. Yet you seem more preoccupied about PR and flattering people to get investors on board. Where? You both are fucking fake fucks. I'm glad we're done with you. I'm glad you're done with us. Hopefully you're done with Tommy too, because Tommy doesn't need friends like you. You rat bastard.
Oh.
I got to end with how much they loved me saying rat bastard.
Oh,
My
that
Boston
was-
came. My Boston came out. That's how you know my Boston came out.
That
I
was
said Boston.
amazing, Saggy.
yeah, I was
Uh,
laughing. It was
Thank you.
very entertaining.
No, because it's true. Because I will say this. So y'all, if y'all didn't see the stream, I'll give you guys here the scoop. Okay.
Well, I
So
didn't.
January 25th, we were
saw
brought
the
into
tweet.
a call. I know, but I'm going to tell people who didn't. We got into a call because they were going to go public with the SEC. Okay, it's public now, so I can tell the story. And everyone's asking, well, why did he go to you guys? I'm like, because when they're gonna go public about something, they kind of gave, they wanted to kind of let us know what was going on, because we have been, I guess, the Amico shills for so long that like they were like, hey, this is gonna come out. There's might be some backlash, just so you guys know. But we literally sat there and was explained 75 pages, line by line, what that file was. Now, for me, I don't care about business stuff
Hold
because
on, real quick, Saggy. Hold on, because I'm hearing this story, and you said you were explaining what the file was. They didn't just let you read it and use to understand it on your own. They
read it to
explained
you.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, they showed us the file, and then they were like, okay. We were like, okay, and then they said, this is what this means.
I'm out of the loop. I don't get on this stuff. I don't get.
But
what I'm
anyways,
saying is,
no, I know what you're gonna say.
Where's
but
the documents at, Max?
I don't have any. I have no.
Well, I'm
info,
saying it was
nothing.
going to be public one way or the other. Like, yes, it
right.
was
That's not
explained.
what I'm going to say. What I'm going to say is, we've seen people make claims that are just untrue, completely untrue about those documents. So I'm just wondering if they're saying these things because that's how they were explained.
Are you
or
talking about the
because-
people who were there? Because I don't know who you're referring to. Why don't you just name drop?
Oh, Retro Bro,
He's-
Rab, Mike Mullis. They've all
Everybody in
explained
the loop.
document incorrectly.
Okay, so that's something you'll have to talk to them about, because I'm going to tell you straight up, I was so bored. I don't do like that type of shit. Like, that shit was boring me. I was sitting there playing video games while I was just sitting there. So I'm not going to lie. I can't speak for them. You'll have to talk to them about that. But I'm just explaining to you that Smash JT was one of those people who were there, and him being an investor, having been read this file, that would probably mainly affect him, who, since he is an investor, he was aware of that file. And he did not disclose in his video that, number one, he saw it before other people did. He was there reading it with everybody else. So
Who's
I
everybody
mean,
else? You asked me to name drop, so we're gonna ask you to name drop.
you already said the people. You already said who it was.
I got
There was a lot
one.
more names. Yeah.
I got
It looked
one
like those
serious question that I would like to be for it to be answered, but you don't have to answer it. You were actually asked this question on Twitter. Do you have a response to it?
Gary.
Um,
They're D cups. Now you know.
What the heck? First of all, they're not.
Oh my!
First
I
of all,
thought they
they're
were big.
not.
I think they're bigger than that, aren't they?
Yes,
hold
they
on,
are.
hold on. Let me get to the question. So
That is the first thing that came to your mind when she's on here.
That's
Gary.
Tony
No,
for you. Why
that was
are
the
you
second
not
thing.
surprised?
The first thing
Okay.
was who was on the call, and the second
Gary,
thing was
please get to your question.
so what is your take on the question that you were asked on Twitter about what do you feel like you guys were told this before investors? Like, what is your take? Whoa. What is your take on like being told this, told about the SEC file, but and they still really haven't updated investors about this?
So I don't really know much. I've never invested in anything. So full disclosure, I've never invested in anything. So I don't I guess I personally don't understand how
Kelly.
that like it. So like when people ask me this question, I don't know how to answer because I've never been put in this position before. So being put in a position for the first time, I don't know right then and there if it's unethical. Like somebody says, is it unethical? I don't know that because I've never been an investor. I don't understand how that stuff works. However,
But do you agree that it's not like the greatest look that, it's at least public knowledge that we know that you guys are being shared information that they don't want to even, and to this point, they haven't been, investors haven't been really updated. I mean, they have, obviously the SEC filing is, public knowledge, but not that they've really been
It hurts to say
updated.
this, but if you get the most updates from a filing just to go with another campaign, it's not the
But
best.
nothing
Yeah.
that we've been
Never
told.
did.
Hold on, nothing we've been told has been something that wasn't going to be public, like really soon. Like it's
Well,
not like we
Okay,
got like
that's
months
fair.
in advance. It's not like we
That's
knew
fair.
months in advance about things. Like we've gotten like
This is fundamentally untrue. This is wait. You knew in advance, months in advance, when Phil Adam took over as CEO, didn't you?
no,
I had
he
no
didn't.
idea.
Nobody. But see, here's the thing. That's another reason why I'm upset with Jeff.
I found out from your video, Tony.
Right, but he claims. Here's the thing.
Thanks, Mac.
Jeff claims he knew for months, but we all found out around that same time as they were announcing that they were going public with something, right?
Didn't people say that this was knowledge in actually a video you can catch, like a deep dive or something, where it says there is a change?
I mean, I did notice in one of the videos it said different.
Yeah, one of the deep dives that the.
Yeah, I just wanted to point that out.
But my
Well,
thing
it
is,
said-
like,
hold
I
on.
didn't know, and most of the other guys that they didn't know, we all found out together. So if
Hold-
Jeff
hold
was
on.
the only one who knew that, I don't know if that's true because we all found out together, and it didn't
Well,
seem
here's the
like he
thing.
knew.
In that video, it still listed Tommy as the CEO. It said CCO/CEO, so it wasn't
Okay.
official that he
Well,
was
wasn't-
CEO.
It's still a little weird, but okay.
Right.
I
Yeah,
think
we were just laughing that he got an extra title, but we
right.
didn't
So
realize.
my thing is, I don't know if Jeff said that he knew it was going to happen, but it hadn't happened yet. Like he knew months a bit prior that was going to be a change, or that they were saying that they were going to do a change and nothing was official yet. But we officially found out around that time, the same time that they were going to say, hey, we're going to go public. Where Phil's the new CEO, and that was what it was. So like I said,
I was gonna say, do you think there's a good chance that Jeff knows something you guys don't know?
Possibly. I mean,
Like
I
the
don't
fact
know.
that, I don't know if you caught some of the earlier stuff that we were talking about, but the fact that they were going to transition into bringing some of this software and stuff out to other platforms, and that they were gonna dabble into microtransactions,
and
things
this
like that.
card game or whatever.
I don't know what Jeff knows or what he has talked with Tommy or anyone else. I don't know. But I'll tell you when.
You do agree that like on Start Engine right now that the funds are not looking. They're looking dire for the company. So.
I mean, this is when you get the bonus too, so I don't know.
Right. Well, I'm just saying overall, my issue, like, I don't care that Jeff decided like he got concerned, but my issue was that he did not act like he knew already that Phil was taking over. He looked just as surprised with the news as everybody else did, and on top of that, like he already knew what was going on. And he's acting like he didn't, and him saying that Tommy was being shady with him because of the news about Phil. And it's like, but you had direct contact. If you had a question about that, you could have called him. And I even used Tony as example. Now, Tony, if Tony had Tommy's number or Phil's number, and Tommy caught wind of that story, knowing Tony, he would have contacted Phil and said, hey, what's this about? Because Tony, being a journalist, right, would have done that, because you've contacted Intellivision employees before trying to get answers. So why wouldn't
I'm kind of curious, how did Nick get wind of all of this, of the message that
Voicemail.
the voicemail? How did Nick get wind?
He's just trying to make another documentary. He got GameStop. Now he wants to be in the Amico.
No. What I'm saying is Geeks with Cash, Nick, Geeks with Cash, got wind of. Or go ahead, Tony. You got the.
I don't know if Saggy saw it because it was a comment in Saggy's live stream, but Geeks with Cash, Nick, he said that Smash JT left a voicemail for Tommy that was very, very bad.
Oh, that's not cool. That's not cool.
So I'm just kind of wondering how Nick got wind of
I don't know if it was a voicemail sent on phone or if it was a voicemail sent through like one of those, like, you know how you have those messengers you can send your voice.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it was specifically a voicemail from his phone or not. I don't have that information.
Well,
I'm not
defending
Have you talked to Nick yet, Saggy, about that?
Well,
Yeah, 'cause
after,
that sounded
I
interesting.
asked about what happened. That's not my story to tell, though.
I mean, it just seems a
What was
little
that, Max? What were you
like.
gonna say?
Oh,
Go
I was
ahead, go
gonna say
ahead.
I'm not defending Smash, but we don't have the experience he has because he invested heavily 10K when he spent some time with them last year.
Right,
So
and
we don't know what he knows either. So
Right,
I'm not alluding to anything there. I'm just saying it's very complicated. I'm not defending Smash at all. I honestly, it's so complicated that I'm personally probably not going to make much content on this. I'm just here because I can't sleep.
What surprises me is I understand what you're saying, and you know, Smash is an investor. He's investing 10,000 for what we know.
I'm not defending him. I'm just saying.
Right. And what's weird to me is that, regardless of whether or not he sent Tommy a message, you know, a voicemail, whatever it is, how did Nick get that information so quickly? You would think that, okay, that's personally between Smash and Tommy. Why would he relay something like that? And Nick
he talks to all of them.
Is Nick an investor?
No.
Maybe was it a group call?
I don't think it was.
I don't know.
No, I honestly don't know. I don't know where that or where it originated from. But I do know, like I said, my thing is, you know, if you're an investor and you have direct access to the company you're invested in, like as far as like contact, if you have concerns, he's had ample, like during that meeting that I talked about. Yeah, no, he, you know, it was asked, does anyone have any questions that they want to ask about this? Is there any concerns? And he said nothing.
Right, and it's just weird that it was a personal kind of message, and it's weird that it's getting around into the inner circle. That, you know, it's one thing for them to have kind of words back and forth between each other, is whatever the relationship is, and you know, I don't know that. I don't know how close Smash is with Tommy, but I just find it kind of weird that as soon as things are starting to kind of go south between them, and maybe things are not nice being said between them, that's fine. But for it to get to the inner circle and for that to start being relayed back and forth to you guys is kind of weird. And for us to kind of see it is just weird.
I also find it weird that a company like Intellivision is having to even have meetings with YouTubers to discuss documents that are going to be released for the public to try to
Smash is
present it in a certain light. That's what's crazy.
Right, Smash is one example, and that's fine. He's an investor, but for it to get to you guys is another concerning.
That's what we think is just like really interesting.
Real quick, Max has been kind of quiet.
Yeah,
he can't get a word in.
No, I'm honest. I honestly, it's probably not good for me to be here. I was watching.
He said Max is a fly on the wall.
I am a Smad Max. Like I want everyone to succeed. I want my console to come out.
We're with you. We're with you, Max.
Right now.
We're with you. We've never really been against you. We just kind of have seen the writing on the wall, and we've just wanted to be real about it.
I hope for the best, but I have a lot of concerns, and
that's what I wanted to ask you about, because you have concerns, and I know I don't know if you're familiar with what Nick Richards said on the Start Engine.
No, they need to change. They need to change things. They can't do what they were going to do. It's just not going to make money.
Right. Well, he said,
I heard what you said, like apps and stuff. Like, if it makes the money and the company survives, go for it.
Hold on, can I just?
How do you feel about a non-console? Like, if you don't get a console at all?
Oh, I want a console, but
I'm saying, like, the Amico stuff, the games go on Switch on your mobile phone.
That's what Atari VCS is doing, and they're succeeding in somewhat. So.
Can I
but it's not guaranteed to succeed, though.
Yeah.
Can
But
I
yeah,
address
no.
something though? Here's the thing though. It has not been a secret for a while. I think it's weird that you guys are now just bringing it up. Like literally, you guys have known that like Retro Bro, he has the Amico After Dark. Obviously, he has Intellivision people on his streams and talks about the information he's given. So obviously, it wasn't a secret that we have had like scoops. Basically, we're basically scoopers.
We understand that. We find it weird that some of the things that are being discussed within the group is just it's like we've been saying for over a year now that some of the decisions just don't seem right with the group. They're just
Sane.
odd decisions from a company that's trying to launch a system. These are things that not all small companies do, and it just
None.
strikes us as
None do
weird.
this.
Well, I don't want to say none because I don't know them all. Okay,
Yeah.
but I'm gonna say it's just
not-
strikes me as odd.
Less than 1%.
I would say none do
Like,
this.
to
This
Gary's
is very bizarre.
Right. To Gary's point, there's a difference between sharing information like, what game might be coming out, getting you excited about a new feature, versus an SEC file, which hasn't gone public, which hasn't been shared with the rest of the investors.
That makes no sense.
Mhm.
I mean,
Especially
we
considering-
get you're in the inner circle. We understand that.
But why is there
But
even
again-
a requirement for an inner circle? That's what.
I'm not in the inner
There's
circle
not a
anymore.
requirement for an inner circle. It's just being people who are,
Well, why are you
friends
back
and
in
wanting
the
to.
circle?
I
Huh?
know, but
doing
it's
my
just
other stuff.
No, I understand what you're saying. Like I said, I don't know because I've never invested in anything. So when it comes to that type
No,
of
we
stuff,
know.
I'm
Right,
looking at it like I'm just looking at it like, oh, okay, so this is going public. I'm sure we're gonna
Right,
have to
at the
deal
end
with
of the day,
people.
this is not this not on you.
Could you have ever imagined when you started your YouTube career that you would be in a position where you were literally like going over SEC documents with a company like that? Could you
No,
have ever?
but no, but I mean, I was like I said, I don't do the business stuff,
Exactly.
so I was pretty much on my phone, like, hey, what's going on Twitter right
Well,
now?
it
Oh,
could-
money? Oh no, I'm bored. I'm gonna
It
be on my
could
phone.
I mean,
By the way,
potentially mean
Darius,
there's.
I know, but why would you
Hold
even
on,
need to
hold
be
on,
there?
guys.
Like it's like
Executing now.
exactly like
If they went over that with everyone, like that they are planning to do something, I don't know.
I
they
feel
keep
like
saying
they
the end of
need.
the
I
month,
feel
I
like
don't know.
I feel like they just need you guys there to present the narrative that they're trying to present, and then they want you guys to go out with your marching orders and tell it in a way that is
Days, I'm gonna
positive
cut
to
across
them.
you.
Hold
Days,
on,
I'm gonna cut
hold
across
on,
you
hold on.
because do I really look like the type of YouTuber that's doing that?
No,
Hold
you
on.
don't.
Exactly.
But
That's what I'm
but it-
saying. That's what I'm saying. Like you don't need to be there. You shouldn't be there. Like you said, you don't even care.
Hey.
But that's what it seems
Hey,
like they're doing
hey,
to other
everybody,
people.
Everybody, shut up. Thank you.
Damn.
We are starting to step on each other's toes a little and talk over each other. So let's
Sorry, it happens when there's
slow
6 on
roll.
here.
let people
Were you
get
whistling?
their words out. Now, today's point, what he's saying is by Intellivision telling you guys early, letting you get your disappointment out before the general public, letting you sit with it, get it, and then them telling you how things are okay. Don't worry. This is, this means X, that means Y. You then now will go out and say, hey, well, yeah, I saw it, and this means X and this means Y, because you're just repeating what you heard, thinking this is accurate information. And again, this would present the company in a certain way, the way that they want to be presented, in lieu of you just reading it and then just whatever your opinion on the document is, it is.
We had a really,
By
we
the way,
had a really,
Desperado, I don't care
hang
how
on,
I
hang on.
look. Just so
We
you
had
know,
a
I
really,
don't care.
we had a really informative guest at the beginning of this show,
Mhm.
Gator Ooze, who it would be worth going and listening to the very beginning when Tony posts that of this stream.
Yeah, that was
He did a
Well,
brilliant
as I will say-
he did a brilliant breakdown of what
Yeah,
I
the
mean. He sounded
financials.
way more eloquent than we could have presented it.
No, and that's
And
good and
objective.
great. But my point is, if y'all find something wrong with what happened, it's unethical and it's illegal, contact the FTC. That's what I say that all the
everything-
time.
I'm not even.
Saggy,
I don't even
Saggy.
think it's unethical. I just think it's strange.
Well, here's the thing.
And also, well, I wanted to say,
Well,
'cause
it
I keep
is
forgetting
unethical.
before
It
the
is
comment goes
unethical.
away.
I shouldn't say that.
Darius is
It-
right though, and I hate to say it, but Darius Truxton is right. You know, when that's another reason too. Like Smash had no issues up until, you know, Rich did and he actually Smash was actually when Rich was going over Retro Bros thing. Smash showed up in the chat, was like, "Oh, Rich, look at my video. I just made a video about it." And
this
then
is
the next
what this
day,
is
and
why
the next day, Rich does it, and then here's Smash like, "Hey guys, I'm done with the Amico because Rich
Well-
noticed me."
Well, we
Senpai."
definitely asked. We were asked the question if this was real or performative.
and,
What his video was.
and I'll tell you, and I'll tell you what, it seemed as if in his video that he's legitimately upset about something,
Yeah.
which
Yeah,
is
he
why we're asking the
But
question of,
nothing happened.
does he know more than
Nothing
you guys
happened.
know?
No, nothing new has changed or happened since everything.
real
Nothing's
quick.
changed.
Then he just sees the writing on the wall. Then
Yeah, real quick. I gotta ask, Saggy, did you know that Phil Adams was involved with the Calico Chameleon?
No.
Okay.
I didn't
Does that
either.
Everyone
does that seem
was
like a
bad
good
look,
choice?
But it doesn't mean that all his other
So
career
unlike
is
Smash JT, I did ask Phil. And it was a thing. He you know, people said it in my chat, so it's public. Retro Bro said it. Phil said that he told them not to do a Kickstarter. They didn't listen. He walked away.
Okay, that's good to know.
But
But
according
that
to
even if
according
he is
to-
associated with it, though, but people have to understand he's had a long history in the industry and he's known
Right.
Tommy before.
Right.
that.
And we
Hold on.
we
Let me get
covered
to
that.
this. Let me get
yeah,
this
we
in.
did.
Jesus Christ.
He's not
Before
here, Jesus.
anybody says anything, Mike Kennedy said that him and Phil Adam were good friends. Just want to throw that out there. Prior
Doesn't
to
mean
the
anything,
Calico
It's
Chameleon.
just not a good look.
Now,
None
Ninja
of this
Kitty has a
is.
question for Saggy. She wants to know why does Saggy shill for Rich despite him shitting on Tommy and being 10 times worse than Smash JT?
Is Rich that bad though?
You
Rich
said it.
said a lot
Are you
of
You said
asking
it.
me?
stuff.
She said it last night. She said she's a fangirl.
Shills for Rich.
I talked to listen. I talked to a bunch of people who don't fucking like each other. I'm not your goddamn parents. I can't force people to like each other. If Rich is one of those people, like, I'm not gonna tell him not to feel the way he feels. He understands that I am Tommy's friend and I am pro Amico, and he doesn't hold that against me. And he knows that I'm not gonna hold it against him. He even said it during a stream. She is my friend. And, you know, I respect her stance and she respects mine. It's about just, I let people feel the way they feel. Now, I'm not a gatekeeper. I'm not going to tell him not to feel the way he feels. I will tell him, like, hey, you know, this is how I feel. And he'll be like, okay, this is how I feel. End of discussion. We're fine at the end of the day. So, you know, and Tommy understands this too. Tommy might not like Rich, and he might not particularly like that he has friends who are friends with Rich, but Tommy has never once gave me a hard time. He doesn't like Tony. Right now, hearing me on the stream probably doesn't make, shut up. But he doesn't tell me not to talk
Does
to
he
Tony.
like me less or more than Smash JT right now? Where have
Probably
I moved?
more, because at least I even said, I gave you credit in my stream. I said at least Tony's been consistent with his friggin' dislike and stuff with
I said
Amico.
Smash JT is the new Tony TGD.
Yeah, you did.
Well, I told them he's gearing up to come on with us. He's going to share the secrets.
I thought it would be a good idea for him to pivot his
Smash, if
channel
you're
into a new
watching,
direction, like
You
some
can
type,
hop on with Saggy and Max. We can get
like he needs to have like some type of like
right
hot
now.
tub chats.
Well,
And to answer that next question, why I don't have that same respect for Smash, because again, Smash blatantly lied to everybody, made it sound like that he was being fed bullcrap, and he wasn't. He was there for everything, and he had no problem. He nodded his head like a good yes man, and said nothing. Whereas like me, if I have questions, I ask
Yes,
right
he is.
away.
See, and
Like,
this is why. Really quick, this is why I think something's going on. Like Tony has said earlier, that he has information that you guys just haven't got, because in his video that was like yesterday, the video where he was walking out in the hills, he did say, you know, the reason why he invested was because this project was so close to coming out. So what strikes me as odd is that I do believe him when he says the reason why he put 10 grand into this company was because they had a product at the time. He was shown that product at the time. He played that product at the time. So essentially, they were lying to him and you guys if they were telling, if nothing ships and this goes south and they do go the way of putting this software and content on, mobile or whatever platform they're going to choose to do this. At the end of the day, his $10,000, he kind of was a little lied to when, they had a product ready to go and he thought he was investing this $10,000 to get it across the finish line. So I really do wonder if he has maybe a little bit more information, being that he has invested that 10,000 and that maybe he has a scoop that you guys don't have.
Or he's just playing the game.
Like, I mean, he could be,
pissed
but
if I was losing my money.
He might be capitalizing on it. He knows he's.
I
Very
mean, I just don't see what he's capitalizing on, though. That's the problem. I just don't see the clout that he's gaining from this. I don't think any of us here
You don't think
see the
Rich,
kind of.
Ian, Pat, and Ian are going to cover this?
I mean, Rich has over what, 1 million subscribers. He's a whole different entity. Pat and Ian are a lot smaller, but
we were saying earlier though that did we think that Pat and Ian would come to an understanding with Smash JT?
Well, I think they'll acknowledge and probably use a sound bit of him saying that they were right, just simply because
they were right.
Next week
they were right.
Going to be brutal. This whole week is going to be brutal.
Until the announcement.
You guys are going to get hammered with just crazy content from.
Hold on, real quick, because I want to get this question in before Saggy and Max leaves.
Yeah, I am going to go to bed soon.
Max might not know the answer to this, but Saggy might. Is Phil Adams? Adams? I don't know. I'm getting
Adam. Phil Adams.
Yeah.
It's Adam.
We always say Adams though. It is Phil Adams.
Going on vacation for a week for his birthday.
I have no idea.
They said that on a stream, and I kind of was like, okay, myself.
I'm hearing people say
that stream was weird.
But then they said
he was.
I mean, if it's his birthday,
he was joking a lot in that stream, though.
It
so
does
he
when
is.
there's so,
He's got to
like,
be,
the
though,
whole
right?
company.
I have no
I don't
idea.
want to tell
I don't
people.
think so.
I don't want to tell people to do, and everyone deserves vacation. But right when at this juncture is really weird. Like that, the whole company might go under, and you're.
But
you're taking a vacation, right?
I don't think
in
so.
that stream, though.
Think so.
Can I just say something? In that stream, he was kind of joking a lot, like really bizarre jokes.
It's possible he could have been joking. I don't know. I kind of took it as factual, like he is gonna, but I'll keep my phone around. Like I don't know. Maybe they're confident that they're doing something this month. I don't know. I keep hearing about the end of the month. I don't know. I don't have that confidence myself. I know some friends do.
I really do think that everything's just kind of waging on this this fundraising, whatever you want to call it, investment. They're what, 5 days in? 5 days in now, and it really is. Even Gatorews went and broke it down for us of what they've collected in the last 48 hours. And he kind of did it by hour.
That's what really flipped his switch. I think is this last campaign and how little they're gaining, and just to know that they went through releasing all their stuff for the filing just to get this new opportunity for funding, and it's not working.
They sold their soul. They sold their soul for $57,000.
Right, they're still hiding any. I mean, not that they were hiding, but everything is really out there right now.
They're like, yeah. Well, at this point, I will say this. At this point, they have to launch this year. They have to launch something. They have to launch this year. Founders Edition, definitely. They have to launch this year. I've said that. They know this. And like I said, I know it looks rough now, but until they officially announce that it's done and over with and it's gone, I'll be like, all right, the fight's over. We're done. Moving on. But that's just how I personally feel. I don't care how other people feel. How I feel is how I feel. How y'all feel is how you feel.
I mean, do you feel that Phil was being dishonest when he said they were, he said this in the stream, that they were releasing at least Founders Edition?
So
we see. He wavered on it a bit, but he
Yeah.
said yes. He was asked. He paused for like
It was more
4
like
seconds,
a maybe
and he said yes though. Yes came out of his mouth, and
at
then
first.
kind of yes, and it was kind of asked again, and he kind of gave a yes, but we'll see. He said yes, but then kind of came back with like a yeah, we'll see type deal.
I mean, aren't
Do
they
you really?
also under some obligation to try to actually manufacture based on all this fundraising?
I
No,
don't
Because if they
know.
don't,
No,
no,
they
No,
No.
they're not.
no.
They'll just say this is our new direction. And
Why
there's no
I was
use- it'll be
unsure. I was asking questions,
software.
but
It'll
I'm
be like they'll
unsure.
just
Real
go into
quick.
software.
Real
Right.
quick, it says in the filings, in the SEC filings, under risk, it says that they can choose to not release anything if it is not a profitable venture for the company. Basically,
Well,
they
that's
just
for
said
the
if they
new one.
evaluate
But what
everything, they
about
say,
the
well,
first fig and stuff? Aren't they
Yeah.
under obligation to try with those investments too? To try to do something?
They are
I don't know.
trying.
everything they're doing is a try.
Okay.
Everything they've done has been a try, and they could just say, well, guys, we're in debt.
And this is what I have a problem with, Tony, because that was specifically asked by Mike, and he said yes to the question, which is I don't understand how he could have answered that question and not just been like, well, we can't answer that at this time. We have to actually see with what happens with the the crowdfunding or whatever on Start Engine. I don't know how he obviously it's in the SEC filing, but I don't know how he answered that direct question because Mike Mullis made it perfectly clear. You can go back
Gary,
and watch it. He asked.
Gary,
Hmm.
you don't understand how a company CEO can answer a question and lie, because I know a company CEO that said, and I quote, I 100% guarantee we will start shipping consoles by the end of this year, end quote.
But couldn't they be caught up in
In
legal stuff for that? I
No.
mean, it's in the
There's no-
SEC.
there's
It's in the
no
filing.
there's no legal anything. Again, we have to understand the difference between illegal and unethical. Is it
Yeah.
unethical for him to say that I'm going to do something and not do it? Yes. Is it
Mhm.
illegal? Not
No.
necessarily. Right? Because he could turn around and say, well, we were going to. That was the plan when I said it. 2 days
Mhm.
later, turns out we can't do it. Now we changed our mind. And that's it.
And of
It's
course,
as simple as it is.
they have the cover. They have the cover of.
and
They have
Tony-
the, hold
and
on, hold on. Let me say this real quick. They have the cover of COVID too, as well. You know that they can say that.
Well,
That
and
was
Tony,
why
I
they
just
did
want
what
to
they-
make it.
No one's just
I-
accepting that anymore. I don't.
I
Think.
just want to make it clear
A lot of
that
people will.
you basically answered it. So it could have been an open ended, and that's what it should have been. That it's more than possible that what you heard on Mike Mullis's stream that they're shipping them is not 100% guaranteed. That's the point I wanted to get across.
Yeah. Well, Max, you said that you want to go. You're trying to duck out of here, Max.
No, I'm trying to avoid this whole disaster. I
He's
shouldn't
a
even be
fly on the
here. It's just-
wall.
I've actually been losing sleep. I'm very smad. To shout out the Rambling Man.
I didn't hear
I
any
just
of
want
that.
things to work out. I don't personally have a lot of confidence. I hope my friends are right that we're gonna, something's gonna be announced at the end of this month, and hopefully that happens. And if that does, I'll make another video and I'll be like, hey, I'm gonna maybe get my founders. But
When is it
very
they announced?
concerned.
Because he
Very
said there's going to be an
concerned.
announcement.
He said that it
Said
was going to be at the. He said that it was going to be at the end, if not by March 1st.
Right. But here's what he
quarter
said.
one, yeah.
Here's what he said. He didn't say I'm going to announce a shipping date. He didn't say I'm going to announce manufacturing.
No.
He said there's
Yeah.
going to be an announcement.
Announcement
Yes.
made, right? And I
Who-
think
who
that's
knows
going to be
what
after
that
the
is?
Start Engine investment. I
If
think
he
that's what it's going to be
announces
about.
project canceled,
Right.
what do
That
you
could
feel
be the-
about this?
What are the odds of
If
that
it's
happening, y'all think?
canceled,
What do
it's
y'all think?
canceled. If it's canceled, it's canceled. I mean,
I mean,
Is
they're
it
gonna-
50? Is it
I've
50-50
I've
at this
been here
point?
from the beginning. Like I've invested so much time and thoughts into this console and so much wanting. I can't. Me personally, I can't just say, "Oh, that's done." I can't. But
Right.
I've invested emotions in if they just say, "Oh, canceled,"
invested.
I do want to see an attempt to do this. Honestly, yes.
Right,
You've invested your blood, sweat, and tears, Max.
Right, we feel for you. Don't think
from
that
the original
for a minute.
I've been following this. Tommy Talrico was one of my goals to get on my YouTube channel. Was like that's one of my I'm a fan of his. I still am. I'm still a fan of his. I hope he can move on or do whatever and do his concerts. And I hope he has. I hope it does come out for him too. I know he wants it to come out. I really do. I want the best for everything to get through this. It's I'm just personally don't have a lot of confidence based on the situation. I'm not. I've seen all the things released with the filings, and honestly, to me personally, in my subjective opinion, to release all this, even though I'm not saying they were hiding it, but to get all this info, all the bad press that this week has done, just to get another campaign that's only got 56K over 2 days, was not worth all this press. I'm sorry.
No,
it wasn't. This is bad.
Right. It has gotten quite a bit of coverage.
They sold their soul for a donut.
I mean, I was hoping it would get like 100K or something, and I think that's where Smash really flipped out. It's because he's invested not only emotionally, and listen, big GameStop money. He's in his jacuzzi, yeah. But he's still passionate about his money. 10K. I mean, none of us can say that if I invested 10K, I'm broke as a joke right now. If I invested 10K, I'd be probably pissed too. I got to be real. Yeah. I'm not defending the way he's handled himself. I don't really like the way he's handled himself either. But I think we have to say, what if you invested 10K, or if someone in your family invested money that doesn't have money? We're all being a little harsh on him because he has other GameStop money and he's in a jacuzzi and he's always but imagine if that was your savings too.
We covered it.
Pissed.
Yeah. We'd all be pissed.
And I still want Intellivision Tommy to succeed. But imagine if that was you and someone in your family that invested money that was potentially, I'm not saying it is, potentially mishandled. Of course I understand that he's kind of pissed. I'm not saying I don't like what he's done though. I don't like it either. I don't. But I'm saying there's so much emotions in here, and that's why I'm like, I shouldn't be here right now. I should get to bed. But it's also been weighing on my mind as someone that's invested emotionally in this. I mean, I met Saggy there. I met John in person. That was a really great weekend.
You met me a great time. When I secretly went to Boston and you guys didn't realize it?
You weren't there. No, but anyway, these are real people though. No matter even how hard you criticize Tommy, he's still a real person that's probably potentially made mistakes. Please keep that in mind. And there's things going on with him too.
Max.
I was laughing because somebody brought to my attention that as of like a while ago, like a couple days ago, his Smash's view count was pretty hurting compared to his videos now talking about the Amico. So I thought it was really
I do think he's doing the YouTuber thing, capitalizing on the situation.
He's doing exactly what Rich did. I will give Rich credit. Rich didn't necessarily need to.
But to be real though, also not to defend Smash, but he does have some obligation because he has been treated as like a spokesperson for the company and as a go-to. Look at Smash. He thought it was junk at the beginning, and then he changed his mind. His videos were probably put in
Oh, right, but weren't the haters the one? Weren't the guys here on this panel, the people in the chat, the ones that called out that bullshit too? So again, sorry guys that I didn't listen to you on that one. You guys were right there. Apologies, you all were right about that. They were the ones, the haters. Remember, they're the ones who called out Smash for that, and then we just found out the hard way. So they called him out for his bullshit. So how is it hard to believe now all of a sudden that the haters are cheering on Smash? And that's what I find funny, that they're all cheering on him when they're the ones who called him out in the first fucking place for doing this for fucking clicks. But y'all were right, so you got that.
If you listen to that you're currently on, Saggy, if you listen to the stream, I literally said I still have no love for Jeff, and he's still a scumbag in my opinion. And
I gave him a slight shred of credit.
We said he had some balls. We'll put it that way.
You guys said. Don't say we. There was no we. There was a
No,
huge.
I think
I agree with that.
even if I'm just saying, even if it is just like a big scam where he's just trying to like pull an escape hatch out on this, he still had to have balls to just turn
I
his
heard
back
something
on
about
all of his
Saggy
friends,
hot tub
all
balls
of them.
from somewhere.
Yeah. Well, here's what I want to ask real quick, because again, we have Max and Saggy on here.
And I am going to bed in a few minutes. Yeah.
How do you feel about them waiting to announce that Phil Adam was the CEO? Because obviously he took over months ago, but that information
I
was
think
kept
they
from
should.
public.
I think they should have waited because it's a unfortunate situation with Tommy's father. Give him the right time, and I know that's not originally what he thought was going to happen. You know, so I'm fine with them waiting to the appropriate time. But it kind of I'm under the assumption that you made a video first, and then Retro Bro went later to get the details and make a live stream. I don't know what happened. I don't know who announced it first, but I don't think it wasn't anything official. It was you know. So I don't think it was a good way that everyone found out, but I understand that they wanted to, you know, get things done, actually plan what they're going to do. I don't have a problem with them.
You think it was okay with 2 months? I mean, realistically.
Well, I do think they should have announced that officially before they announced it right before the new campaign went through.
Right, that was bad. That was kind of bad.
So the timing there, they should, if they were going to start a new, what's this called? What's this site called?
Engine.
Quick
Start
engine.
So if they're gonna do a new campaign, they definitely need to tell people. Definitely.
But it looks bad if this is the fourth one.
My only opinion on it was that if, again, I don't know what happened, and I can only go by things that are said publicly and stuff. If Tommy stepped down because of personal issues, right? 2 months ago, if they would have said, hey, Tommy's stepping down, he has personal family issues, I don't think a single person would have questioned it. I don't think a single person would have even, made fun out of it or, dunked on Tommy for not being the CEO. I think everyone would have understood, said, okay, Tommy has personal things he's got to deal with. That's fine. Phil Adam is taking over. But again, with everything happening right at the same time, they didn't announce it. Phil Adam suddenly gets outed as the CEO. Start engine campaign's coming up. The SEC filings are horrible. It just all seems coincidental.
So here's the thing I will say. Again, I didn't know that this was something that was talked about months prior, but I would say that I don't know. I don't know if they even knew if Tommy wanted the knowledge of his father to go public. I think that's something that was if this was discussed months ago, I don't know, because like we all didn't know about his father until he.
No, we knew months. We talked. I don't know if we talked about it, but I do remember Tony on Twitter in our DMs on our little group that we have talking about not dunking on Tommy because his father was sick. This was well before this recent news just broke, so we knew about it. I know Tony knew about it.
Gary is now outing me for outing information.
I'm not outing
information. No. So, anyways, listen.
We knew information.
But this is my thing. Listen, Tommy didn't make it public. He made it public after the fact. But that doesn't still, like, everyone's saying, well, he's using, like, you guys seen the comments that Tommy was getting. Like, this is not like he's doing this and it's all fake and he's doing this to sell a console. Like, no, this shit's really happening. And that's where
I believe it. We believe it.
I am the voice of reason here, and I will play devil's advocate. Okay. Is it not coincidental that Tommy would post that publicly his father is sick at the same time when Phil Adams is now being publicly outed as the new CEO, while at the same time having a fourth fundraising campaign? It wasn't like days apart. It was literally the same.
I don't like that. I don't like that.
Okay, so here's the thing. To you guys, maybe I can be devil's advocate and say I could see how that could look. But for somebody who, like, knows that his father is actually ill, and like
No,
we
we're not
know, you know what I'm
arguing.
saying?
See, that's
Like
the
but
problem.
that's what I'm saying. Like
Hold
I
on.
understand, but that's what people
We're
will
not
say is like,
arguing. We're not arguing whether or not his father is ill. We all agree his father is ill. We're not arguing that.
To make
We're
it
arguing
public, you mean?
the timing of announcing it publicly.
Yeah.
That's
Mhm.
what we're arguing over.
I personally
Like
listen,
a
don't
when
like
you're
his
cover.
line
I'm
of
not
thought,
gonna fault him
I
on
mean,
that,
I,
but
because
he's
when you
emotional,
right,
and
I'm not
when
gonna fault
he
him
wants
on
to
that.
say it, he's going to say it.
Right, I'm not gonna
I could
fault
I
him
don't
on
think he
that.
was thinking of the timing.
I could imagine that all of this is weighing heavily on him. I mean,
Mhm.
the company, all of this information, all of a sudden coming out of the company's got to be somewhat, I would think, embarrassing. And on top of that, he's got his father's dying.
Yeah.
So
And Tommy,
yeah,
if
sure, it
you're
all makes
listening,
sense.
hold on, real quick. Tommy, if you're listening, once again, thoughts and prayers to you and your family. We hope your father's illness is all, everything is fine. He gets all the love and emotional support he needs, that he passes in a way where he's surrounded by love and family and no pain. And we wish all of you the best emotional recovery you can have for such an event. We are not heartless here. We have empathy and sympathy for you and yours. And hopefully, one day you can show back up on this stream and we can have a conversation about all the craziness that's gone on in this whole Amico sphere. Go ahead, Days. I think you were talking.
I lost my train of thought actually.
I think I'm going to head out.
Your name is Days Gaming, so that's fair.
I did. I know.
Daze was getting
God.
teary eyed earlier. He's like, "This is." He gets excited about chaos. Daze, you're
No,
I mean,
I
it's
just no.
entertainment
I mean,
for
I get
most
it.
of us.
No, I mean, it's like
you're like, I'm experiencing this right now. You're like you're at an amusement
Well,
park ride.
like
know,
all of this, like I could see, like there's no denying, that I'm sure a large part of the reason that he had to step down was because of his father, but we also
I
believe that that there's more to it than that. Like he pretty much had to step down in order to try to show to investors that
before I
they're
before I
moving in
go,
a direction, though, that
before I go, I think the timing of when that happened is Tommy is trying to stay away from the internet and what people were saying. But at that point, it got too much, and he had to share what's going on with him. And that's my interpretation of the timing. Not that it was to
well, he also
potentially
he
benefit.
wanted
He
people
just
to send his dad a message. That was
yeah,
the point of making it
yeah.
public.
So my personal opinion is that he's trying his best, and that message, the DM to Rich, who knows stuff's going on, and I have a real problem with Rich. He should have just let it go at that point. That wasn't the worst message you could get. He's going through shit. Just let it go.
Okay, so
make
no, I have to
spectacle.
correct you. He didn't know before at the time. He was told after the fact.
No,
So that
but then
wasn't
he made
actually
another
on Rich.
video today.
I'm
That
gonna,
true.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
today, I will
hold
say,
on,
yeah.
hold on. Here's what I'm going to say. Hold on. God damn it, shut up. Rich follows this. Okay, Rich is just like the rest of us. Okay, he follows it. He knows. We knew as soon as Tommy made that Twitter post. We knew. Okay, we're like, okay, Tommy went public with this. Rich should have known. I'm going to call bullshit that he didn't know. Rich
Mhm.
would have known exactly when we all did, because he's following Intellivision just as closely as any of us. All right. Number 2.
Yeah.
D. Reed says he should cancel his tour. Then also, first off,
Well, I've heard
wait.
that he made
Hold
that
on.
way in advance, and I
Hold
don't
on.
know if that's
Hold
even
on,
going to
Max.
happen. Yeah.
Hold on. One, like Max said while he interrupted me, that was actually way in advance. It was on there for the longest time. No
Mhm.
one just cared, because he was
Mhm.
the CEO. There was no trouble with the company. Everything looked good, so nobody cared that the
yeah,
tour date was there. Number 2, just because there's a tour date, we don't know if Tommy's actually going to be there. There's no
Right.
obligation for Tommy to be there at the tour. He could
yeah,
send somebody else. They could just do the thing without him, right? Until it happens and he shows up there, then you could criticize. But at this point, you're just
Right, we
criticizing
don't
something
know.
that hasn't
Yeah,
happened.
it's speculation. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. And I will say the reason why I had started talking to y'all, right, is because even though there's a lot of hostility with this topic, after we all kind of was like, well, me personally, when I calmed down, And I was like, listen, I don't think y'all are necessarily bad people. Now, my friends might disagree, but I am the type of person who is willing to give people chances until they should prove me otherwise. Smash JT. And
I told you
yeah,
yesterday I'm a bad person.
right. But here's the thing. When we first talked, what did I say? I said, you came at me hard when we first interacted with each other. Then we
Right.
got on Tony's stream and we talked, and you got a better understanding of my feelings, which is all I cared about, is people like understanding, like, yes, there are things I don't understand with what you guys are trying to explain to me because I'm not a business person. My whole stance is I just want to see what happens. I will support it until it flops. Why is that so makes me a bad person? I'm not a shill. You guys know that. When do I actually bring Amico news to my channel and talk about it? Honestly,
Yeah.
I
so
don't know.
what's the
Today you
drama?
Rarely
you're pretty good
happens.
with that. You brought all the
Right,
news.
right, rarely. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I just saw something. I met people. I'm a people person. If I like you and I support you, like for instance, if Leo DS, as much as me and Leo DS don't get along, if Leo DS was actually trying to bring out something that was, hey, I want to bring out this thing for families. I want to do something nice. I want to do something, get gamers, give them something cool. As much as I don't like Leo, if it's a good idea, I'll still support Leo, despite my personal feelings for Leo. That's the kind of person I am. So when people were getting on me and not understanding, first of all, y'all don't know me, and that's fine. You can criticize me and judge me, but at least if I want to have the conversation, explain my thought process, at least show me some respect, because I'd give it to you. And that's just how I am. I give people the same respect and same energy they give me. So when I'm popping off on haters, it's because the haters popped off on me. And that's it. I don't have anything really against y'all. Like, Leo just pissed me off. So I went off on Leo. Never tried to attack him, but he kind of said some shit about me that pissed me off. So I went at him. Me and Leo talked it out. As far as I'm concerned, we were cool. We're fine. Well,
Right,
not
right.
cool, but like, I don't have issues.
Oh, days.
Right, we have our good days and we have our bad days, and that's basically the spat we had was just kind of on off days, and
Yeah, I heard
it
you
is
guys
what it
broke
is.
up.
At the end of the day, I don't have any ill will towards any of the people, even Relic Game. It doesn't matter who you are. We can you can have your opinions, I can have mine. You can like the system, I can still say that I think you guys are crazy for thinking it's a great system, but at the end of the day, I don't want to see it fail. I just see the writing on the wall, and with everything going on with Start Engine, it just doesn't look good to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with Potion Sword Run F Relic.
Yeah.
But that's what I mean. Like, overall, all it is, me, Retro Bro, the other guys, as much as you guys hate us or whatever, like, they generally do want this to come out. They've had their concerns, but unlike Smash JT, they've expressed their concerns to Tommy before. They have. So it's like, but just because you don't see it all the time on the YouTube channel doesn't mean it hasn't happened. We
Well,
all got together, and Max can tell you, because Max met us. They had concerns, and they talked to Tommy about it in person.
The biggest issue I've had this week is mainly kind of DJC coming at Tony. I think it was highly dishonest.
Yeah,
to
that was
DJ
really
is a
bad.
good dude. He's made an amazing album. He's so invested in this. Give him a break. That's all I'm saying.
No.
Yeah, but he
I'm
came.
gonna say
No,
no.
he came at
Here's
Tony
why.
dishonestly,
Hold
though.
on.
Yeah,
Like,
he accused him of being a liar.
I
Hold on.
understand. But I'm
Hold
saying
on.
he's a person that's hurting right
Hold on.
now. Yeah.
Hold on.
I'm sure he is.
God damn it. I keep hearing this. I keep hearing people say this. Oh, you shouldn't be worried. This person said X about you, but he's a good person. You just had a bad day. I'm tired of people having fucking bad days and aiming it at me, okay?
I understand.
Stop that shit. If you want to have a bad day, go fuck with somebody else, okay? I don't need people
Ooh.
dragging my name through the mud. I don't need people talking shit about me, throwing jabs at me in all their live streams for months and months, okay? This wasn't a one-off thing. He went on Retro Bros thing and popped off on me for no goddamn reason, okay? I never said an ill will towards him. I always said I liked his music. I thought he was a nice dude. I had no fucking problem with him. He popped off on me, and I let it go for months and months and months. But then when you go out and try to say that I'm somehow responsible for some jackass saying shit to Tommy and about his dad, fuck you, okay? Fuck you for saying that shit, because I went on this stream last week and was saying how we were sending our thoughts and prayers to Tommy and how
multiple
much we were
times.
standing with him
Yeah.
multiple times.
I will
shut people
confirm.
down for that bullshit.
I
No,
understand,
Here's the thing.
but
I
I'm
will
gonna head out too
collaborate.
now, though, because I don't
Right,
want
well,
to talk bad about it or anything.
No, well, I'm gonna say DJC, you and him, I stay out of that. But I will say,
Yeah.
in Tony's defense, I reached out to Tony because I knew that he was still in with the mods on that Reddit page, and I'm happy to say that Tony that account they deleted their account completely, which I'm assuming Tony actually did get them either banned or went to the
Good
mods.
job, Tony.
But Tony did, in Tony's defense, as much as my friends are gonna hate me say this, Tony actually did. He was not okay with that, and he did do something because that account is gone. So I can honestly say I know people hate Tony, and that's fine. I get why everybody hates everybody, but Tony has, sometimes, there are things that Tony does not like. There's a limit for him, and I will say that he did get that account gone when I brought it to his attention immediately. He did, and he didn't have to. He could have just said, "I don't care, I don't want to be involved," but he did. So I will say,
right.
Tony
The main thing that just bugged me is like Tony said, we last week, or well, not last week. This was before
2
he did his
weeks
stuff, right?
in a row.
I mean, yeah, we were sending our thoughts and prayers, and we've always had the stance that we do not condone this kind of behavior within the community.
I'm gonna go ahead out because I understand you have every right to criticize. I just don't want to be here because I see the chat is not happy with me either. I just want to remove myself. No offense to anyone.
No, it's
That's
fine,
fair.
We understand.
That's fair.
To be honest, I don't want to. I like him a lot. I understand you have every right to criticize the way he went at you, but I'm gonna get out of here.
Well, it was good
night,
having you on,
everyone.
Max.
Have a good night, dude. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, see ya.
Bye, Saggy.
Later.
Yeah,